Well, the climate change march has come to an end. Now, there were 2,000 marches around the world today and 80 in the UK, but this one here in London was by far the biggest. They were expecting 40,000 people, and organisers have just told us that there were in fact 50,000 people taking part in that march today. A lot of those people would have been taking part in the Paris version of the march, but that was of course called off for security reasons. Earlier in the day we heard speeches from the Labour leader Jeremy Corbyn, and we spoke to the actress Emma Thompson. I'm pleased to say we're joined now by the singer Charlotte Church, who's also been on the march. Charlotte, how was it for you today?
It was gorgeous. It was a lovely march, really nice and calm, and lots of singing, lots of fun, lots of carnival sort of bands, and yeah, it was great, and some people with some really brilliant messages.
And you also performed a song that you wrote especially.
Yeah, and me and my partner wrote a song especially for today, and we brought up a little choir from Wales, and it's all about basically what we're doing to our planet, and hopefully what we can do to try and change that, and hopefully what our world leaders in Paris will be convinced to do by seeing so many people out on the streets from all over the world. And as you said, it's been march has been happening in 2,000 different places all over the world, and some incredibly creative ones as well, like in Paris, because they weren't allowed to march. They left little pairs of shoes, thousands of pairs of shoes, all in the streets in the city. So that's what it's about as well. It's about creative protest and making it sort of interesting and exciting, and finding ways in which to make people listen, and for our leaders to listen to us, which hopefully they will.
Well, you mentioned our leaders at that summit in Paris. Are you hopeful that they might come to a decision for climate change this time?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, I know about as much as what's going to happen as anybody else, but I hope that they can have something that's like a legal binding contract for all of the nations of the world, in which to cut emissions, hopefully, and keep it below 2 degrees. I mean, at the minute I think that they're saying 2.9 degrees, but even 2.9 degrees means a lot of devastation for wildlife, habitat, ecosystems around the world, rising sea levels. Obviously the oceans suffer a lot because of the acidification of the oceans, because we're putting more carbon into the atmosphere. So yeah, I mean, I'm hopeful. What else can we be?
Thank you very much, Charlotte, for your time. Charlotte Church there, who was part of the march here. And a lot of the people that we spoke to today said this was very much about climate change, but also the march was to show solidarity with the people of Paris following the tragic events earlier this month.